Introduction Tech Power Up visited over 25 companies at CES this year, and the very last one was Bloody Gaming, which certainly showed up as not the least. The brand holds a sweet spot for yours truly given one of their keyboards was the very first I reviewed here. They were also the first brand to use optical switches in consumer peripherals that I had known of, and at CES, they showed off their new LK Libre 3rd generation optical light strike switches in keyboards and mice alike. In a quick turnaround, all three of the new keyboards are already out and available for purchase, and when I was contacted about doing a review, there was only one real answer. So here we are taking a look at their new B945 keyboard, and thanks again to Bloody Gaming for providing a review sample. The range of keyboards featuring these new switches includes the full-size B975 and TKL B930, in addition to the subject of this review, the B945. We see that this is also a full-size keyboard, but differentiating it from the B975 is the location of the numpad, among other things. With ergonomics in mind for right-handed users wishing to keep the mouse closer to the keyboard, and thus having their arms not angled outward, the B945 has a left-sided numpad, making it among the very few to do so. This allows users to get the benefits of a TKL keyboard on a desk, assuming it is large enough to accommodate a full-size keyboard, and also have a numpad for when you need to crunch some numbers or even just use the assigned functionality there. There is also RGB backlighting here, and onboard controls with additional functionality from a software driver. Round up the key points to note as we begin to explore everything in more detail by starting with a look at the specifications below. Specifications: Bloody B945 optical keyboard layout, 107 key modified USNC layout, left side numpad material, aluminum alloy top plate, ABS plastic bottom panel, and keycaps. Macro support, yes. Weight, 0.91 kilograms, 2.00 pounds. Wrist, yes. Anti-ghosting, full N key rollover. Media keys, available as a secondary function or reassigned to keys from software driver. Dimensions, 150 L x 463 W x 40 H cable length, 6.0 feet, 1.8 m. Software, yes. Switch type, Bloody LK Libre Orange or Mocha Optical. Switch backlighting, 16.8 m RGB backlighting. Interface, USB warranty, 3 years. Packaging and accessories compared to before, Bloody has used a simpler, single-piece packaging, with a predominantly black color scheme for the B945 keyboard. On its front is a small illustration of the keyboard which shows the left-sided numpad, as well as a mention of this keyboard's salient marketing features, including those associated with the LK Libre switch used here. This continues on the back and sides, wherein we also see that this particular sample has the LK orange switch, and there is a flap in the middle with 4 separate seals to ensure no one has opened the package before you do. Open the box and we see a lot of foam packaging inside, which is always good. On top are 2 sets of accessories, separated from the rest to prevent any issues during shipping and handling. The first is itself a set of 2 stickers with the Bloody logo, which is a Bloody handprint. They are well aware of the negative connotations associated with the name and logo alike, and at CES, they showed off a new logo that was a lot more amenable to me personally. Presumably, the brand will be adopting that logo as part of a makeover, which should help a lot. The next set of accessories includes replacement keycaps, and here, we get a plastic ring-style keycap puller and 16 different keycaps. It would have been nice to see a metal wire keycap puller to reduce the potential of scratching the sides, but this is still better than nothing. There are 2 versions each for Q, W, E, R, A, S, D, and F here, one in a rubber-finished option and another that is more translucent, though both with double-shot injected legends for longevity. The former is more amenable to backlighting, with the latter better off without it since you can barely see the legends then. Underneath these, and in its own foam wrap, comes the optional removable wrist rest. This is a substantial piece that adds a lot of bulk and volume to the keyboard because of its large aluminum base and dimpled rubber top surface for grip. It comes with 2 small screws in a Ziploc bag that will be used to install it in place, and we will examine this on the next page. Finally, we get to the keyboard that is surrounded by thick foam on the sides, with more via a wrap it is in, and the foam wrapped wrist rest above as well. Fantastic packaging here, so props to Bloody for that. The keyboard arrives vertically flipped relative to the orientation of the packaging as you open it, with the keyboard cable in the compartment below. Underneath the keyboard is a warranty card and a product guide that goes over the pre-programmed secondary functions and the onboard controls for lighting. Closer examination: the Bloody Gaming B945 comes in a foam wrap for that extra bit of protection, and removing it, we see that the case is very similar to that of the B840, that there is an aluminum alloy top plate held in place with hex screws, one with corners that jut out to provide beveled edges. There is a matte black finish instead of the gold flake finish previously, which does mean this design is a lot less aggressive than most of Bloody's older keyboard designs. We still have the logo in white above the arrow keys, and another in red to accompany the indicator LEDs on the left as a result of this left-sided numpad integration. That aside, the keyboard employs a 104+3 key modified US ANSI layout. So treat it as a TKL keyboard with a numpad on the